The speaker's visas have been cancelled. For America, this is also confirmed. This is an email from U.S. Embassy. Dear Madam Speaker, the States government has revoked your current visa. So the first victim is the Speaker. First of all, you will cancel all our visas. I invite America, Canada, Britain, the entire European Union to also cancel the visas of Mr. Museveni.
Now, I want to congratulate the members of Parliament on your stand on the homosexuals. It is good that you rejected the pressure from the imperialists.
Do you personally dislike homosexuals?
Of course, they are disgusting. What sort of people are they?
Hello and good afternoon here from Kenya. My name is Elijah.gichuru. Welcome to my other video. And like, comment, subscribe and share. Remember, this is the greatest YouTuber in the Republic of Kenya. Now, the United States government led by Joe Biden has threatened to impose deadly sanctions on Uganda after they passed allegedly the most draconian and the toughest law ever passed on LGBTQ activists or LGBTQ people. So the president outlined some measures, including sanctions. The other measure was withdrawal of support from Uganda, cancellation of Uganda from the AGOA Treaty, and so many other sanctions that you're going to look at in this video and how they might impact Uganda. On the contrary, the president of Uganda has not bowed down to this sanction or threatens, and he says that this is just blackmail and has continued to congratulate the people of the Republic of Uganda and the MPs and also the religious leaders for their bold step in passing the anti-LGBTQ law in Uganda.
Now, I want to congratulate the honorable members of Parliament on your stand on the Ebitingwa. That's what the Banyankwele call what they call homosexuals. It is good that you rejected the pressure from the imperialists. And this is what I told them. Whenever they come to me, I say, you please shut up. I congratulate you for making this very strong stand. And I congratulate all the other Ugandans, the bishops, the other religious people, and the citizens. Europe is lost. So they also want us to be lost. But in order to fight, we must be patriotic. If we are parasitic in the mind of a parasite, there's no way you can fight. That's how you become a prostitute. Because you fear to sacrifice, you fear difficulty.
So the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda got message via email that her visa was cancelled because of passing the anti-LGBTQ law in Uganda.
The speaker's visas have been cancelled. For America, the other day, and this is also confirmed. This is an email from U.S. Embassy. And dear Madam Speaker, the United States government has revoked your current visas on information that came available after your last issuance. As of May 12, 2023, you don't possess a valid travel visa to the U.S., though you are welcome to apply again. Please forward your passport to the embassy through Ministry of Finance so that we can make necessary modifications to your visas. I think they were looking for my visa for the U.S., they didn't find it. So the first victim is the Speaker. And I understand even the UK government is doing the same. Now, first of all, you will cancel all our visas. And by the way, you are right. For me, I have no problem with the way a country manages their affairs. If in their wisdom and democracy, they don't want us in their countries, it is their right. And I don't want anybody to blame America or UK for cancelling visas for this time. It is their right. And me, I will not complain. I will not begrudge any embassy for cancelling anybody's visas. So what that means is that my only problem with these people is single picking. This law here was signed by the President of the Republic of Uganda. May I invite America, Canada, Britain, the entire European Union to also cancel the visas of Mr. Museveni. May I also invite them to cancel visas of all MPs except two. Except two. Let all MPs' visas be cancelled.
Now, the MP who broke the news took to social media and also to the local media stations in Uganda to say that he doesn't have a problem with the US cancelling the visas. It is within their right for them to cancel the visas of people traveling to their countries because they own the permission of people who want to go to their country. But the MP said he has a problem with these governments hand-picking people who they will cancel the visas for. In fact, this MP said and dared the US government to cancel the visa of Honorable Museveni, His Excellency General Museveni, the President of Uganda, because he said that the law was actually signed, the bill was actually signed into law by President Museveni. So why are they going for the speaker whose role was just to pass that or to pass the bill at parliament level? Why shouldn't they go for the main man in this law, who is Museveni? So the MP said that they will cancel, if they are cancelling visas to intimidate them, then they will have to cancel the visas of everybody in Uganda, and which we all know it's not possible. The MP also said that there are plans by the US government as well to cancel the visas, and he said it's okay if they cancel the visas. Other prime ministers in the world, including Canada's Justin Trudeau, also were not happy with the decision of Uganda, and they warned Uganda against passing that bill, terming it as appalling and abhorrent. So I want us to look at some of the statements by these leaders, including Justin Trudeau from Canada. Let us read his statement. What is your take? Should Uganda have the right to what they allow in their country? Is this an infringement to the human rights, or it's not an infringement to the human rights? Because President Museveni is saying the LGBTQ people are deviant, they are abnormal. Right, I've been able to retrieve this statement, and I want us to read together. We say that Uganda president has signed this anti-gay legislation into law. Canada's stance has not changed. The law is appalling and abhorrent, and we strongly condemn it. Okay, we'll continue to stand with LGBTQ people and stand for LGBTQ rights at home and abroad. Whoa, you guys, that this law is appalling and abhorrent. So Canada has come out strongly to say that that is their take about this law, and they have termed it as one of the worst laws ever passed in human history of the LGBTQ people. So the United Nations Human Rights Organization has also come up to condemn Uganda on this law, and I want us also to take a look at some what the United Nations has said regarding Uganda in this law. The United Nations are saying that this is just an injustice to the human rights, and it sets stage for the violation of human rights because of this law. Okay, so let me retrieve this tweet by, I'll also attach it in the video, by the way. I'll attach the video, the tweet of the United Nations Human Rights. Here it is. We are appalled that the draconian and discriminatory anti-LGBTQ bill is now law. Now also they have started by #Uganda. We are appalled that the draconian and discriminatory anti-gay bill is now law. This is a recipe for systemic violations of human rights of the LGBTQ people and the wider population. It conflicts with the Constitution and international treaties and requires urgent judicial review. Okay, so that is the human rights, United Nations human rights. They are saying they are also saddened by the passing of that law, and it's against the human rights. Okay, so on the other hand, Museveni, we have seen President Museveni, even when he was being interviewed by CNN, I'll also attach that video, and he says that he hates the LGBTQ people, the homosexuals, that they are disgusting.
Do you personally dislike homosexuals?
Of course, they are disgusting. What sort of people are they? How can you go? I never knew what they were doing. That's how I've been told recently that what they do is terrible, disgusting.
That the United Nations and the US and the Western world should not try and make abnormal behavior look normal. That these people are abnormal, and that they should go by the normal behavior, but not the abnormal way of doing things. Okay, so
Now, the mistake of the Western, some of the Western groups, and I'm glad to see these people, wonderful people like the ones who are here, to know that in the West there are some still human beings who believe in normal life. They attempt to if there is a deviation from normal, if there is an abnormality, how would you seek to universalize an abnormality? And how would you seek to establish an abnormality as an alternative way of life? There are two ways of life, the normal and the abnormal, and then you put it there. If there is an abnormality, why don't you seek to treat the abnormality? And to isolate it, not spread it. So definitely there's something wrong with these groups, the leadership in the West. There must be some serious issue there, some structural problem. I can't know what it is, because I have studied human evolution and philosophy. There's nothing, but there's something that's funny that is going on in some of these places.
We have seen that the Western world is pushing Uganda to reconsider the law. Maybe you can also look at the statement by the United Nations, not the United Nations, but the statement by Joe Biden on his position against Uganda's anti-LGBTQ law. So let me retrieve that statement. And one thing I remember that that the president of US said in the statement that was released was that they are going to withdraw support from Uganda, all the support they give Uganda amounting to around $1 billion US. It's going to be withdrawn if the Ugandans do not take down this law and reconsider the human rights violations that this law is causing. So let us read this statement by the US government. It was one of the fastest reactions to this bill, and that they are threatening to take serious sanctions against Uganda that will see the economy of Uganda bow down to its knees. Okay, remember that the president of Uganda has come out to say that if you just do things because of money, then that's how you'll end up being a prostitute, because you'll just be threatened and you'll go against your values and your morals just to please these Western world nations because of money. Yet what you're doing is against the laws, is against your values, is against your constitutional right, is against the African society way of doing things. So here's a statement by the White House. Biden says US considering sanctions for Uganda over anti-gay bill. This is how it reads. United States, okay, President Joe Biden has announced that the United States is considering applying sanctions on Uganda after they signed anti-gay bill into law. In a statement dated May 29th, President Biden condemned the enactment, terming it as democratic backsliding. Okay, so they have backslidden to the democratically by not giving the rights to the gay people as they should be given according to the US government. Okay, so okay, let me try and see if I can get the full statement. Okay, so these are statements, right? Okay, adding that it risks denying Ugandans having services they benefit from the United States. Okay, this shameful act, quote unquote, this shameful act is the latest development in an alarming trend on human rights and abuses, human rights and corruption in Uganda. Okay, reads part of the statement. As a consequence, therefore, President Biden has stated that he has directed the respective authorities to assess the implications of the law. He added that the US is also considering restricting travel against anyone seeking to jet into the Western Economic Hub, and they support this bill. Okay, I have directed my National Security Council to evaluate the implications of this law on all aspects of United States engagement with Uganda, including our ability to safely deliver services under the United States Presidential Plan for AIDS Relief, the PEPFAR, and other forms of assistance and investments, noted President Biden. Okay, he added, my administration will also incorporate the impacts of the law into our review of Uganda's eligibility for the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA. Okay, and we are considering additional steps, including the application of sanctions and restriction of entry into the United States against anyone involved in serious human rights abuses or corruption. And we have seen the revocation of the visa for the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda. All right. Quote unquote, in total, the United States government invests nearly $1 billion US annually in Uganda's people, businesses, and institutions, and military to advance our common agenda. The scale of our commitment speaks to the value we place on this partnership and our faith in the people of Uganda to build for themselves a better future, he added. It is my sincere hope, President Biden begs, that we continue to build on this progress together and strengthen protection for the human rights of people everywhere. So there you have it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Give me your opinion down on the comment section. What do you think? Is the Western world trying to dictate to Uganda how they are going to do their businesses or how they're going to run their country? Or is it within the rights of Uganda or the rights of the Western countries to impose their take or decisions? And do you guys think that passing this law, remember this law has sentences including death sentence, and they are saying that this is the toughest law against human abuse of the right to life, the right to equality, and the non-discrimination. Guys, do you believe that this law actually discriminates and gives lack of equality to the people? Let me know down in the comment section. It's your guy Elijah Gichuru. Continue watching my content. We are now at 100 subscribers. Let's go on top up to 1,000. Thank you so much.